Hello, and welcome to the Swedish pit chapter of the Barbecue Pit Boys. Today we're going to try to make a Moroccan inspired stew called tangine. Contains some chicken, some onions, a little lot of veggies, and a lot of good spices and herbs. Since I don't own a genuine Moroccan tangine, I'm going to do it in a cast iron pan, and I'm cook this up on my propane stove. So join us, it's really easy to do. Now we're ready to cook. The first I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add to this 250 milliliters, around a cup, of hot boiling chicken broth. I'm gonna add a small pack of whole saffron. If I'll get this package open. Then just gonna let this sit until it says cool down to ambient temperature. Let's mix a sauce for this. The first we're gonna need is the meat. It's finely chopped from 1 lemon. Good amount of pressed grated garlic. I say 2.5 teaspoons. I have some Moroccan spice blend. It's called Ras El Hanout, and it's a mix of coriander, paprika, ginger, and other spices, fennel, cardamom, turmeric, black pepper, and so on. And we're gonna need a good amount of that, say 2 tablespoons to start with. And now for the broth, prepared with our saffron. Now we're going to whisk this good together. We will need all that. We want all that saffron in, since it's quite an expensive spice. But we're going to mix this into a sauce, and we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of good olive oil. Spice it up a little bit with some SPG. 1 tablespoon I think will be enough. Got quite an amount of garlic in there already. Ooh, can you smell that? Oh man, this smells good. If you can't smell that, you're on the wrong damn channel. I gotta taste this. Oh man, that tastes good. And now for the chicken. I have just prepared this a little bit by separating the drumstick from the thigh. And we're going to just sprinkle them a little bit with only SPG. Before we cook them. Man, getting hungry already. Just like that. I've just fired up the propane stove. And now let's put the pot on the heat, low to medium heat to start with, and a good amount of oil. You can use any cooking oil you like for this. And as always, I like to have some butter inside. Yeah, you can use as much or as little butter you want. That's not necessary, but I like the taste of butter in my cooking. The pan is heated up. Now it's time to bring a chicken to fry in here. I'm placing as much as I can skin down because I'm going to render all that juicy fat from the skin as well. I'm going to just let these sear for a bit. We don't want the skin to be crispy or anything like that, but since we're going to cook them afterwards, the skin will not stay crispy anyway. But we'll give them a good sear to add some a little bit more of that good taste. Man, oh, this smells absolutely wonderful. Okay, so now the chicken has got a little bit surface. Don't be afraid if something sticks in the bottom of the pan, because that's gonna get loose when we finish them up with a nice boil. So we're gonna just replace the chicken a bit. Just like that. And we'll be back for more. Now we're ready for the next step. And all this goodness, we're gonna add some finely chopped onions, one large or two small. We're just gonna fry them up until they're starting to get translucent. I think we're gonna lower the heat a little bit more. So now we're going to put this chicken back together with the onions in the pot. Now these are going to cook on a very low heat under a lid. We just put the lid on. Now we just have to wait. Don't play peekaboo cooking, because remember, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. And through a miracle of time, 1 hour has passed. Now we're gonna look at this. Clap it. Oh. Everyone says that this is going to taste better than it smells. Well, if that's the case, well then we're eating good tonight, Martha. Okay. So now we're going to add a little bit more to this. I have some pinned olives mixed. We're going to add them. And a small can of preserved artichokes. This is not in the original recipe, but I like to experiment a little bit, and I know that these are really good, so I'm gonna give it around 20 more minutes. I think this is the pot we've all been waiting for. The stew is ready. let's eat. Oh, the smell of this is absolutely beautiful. Now, of course, you can serve this any way you want, with rice, couscous, but I prefer to taste this with some freshly baked bread. So let's get a plate together. This is my favorite part, when I get to taste all this. So sorry guys, but I'm going to taste this right in front of you. Remember, if you're looking for another recipe for your pit, check out our chapter on thebarbecupitboys.com. Welcome back.